Main event of the night. I feel like we should have, like, this was the picture of Jon Jones on the UFC website, but like I feel like with their background it blends in. I think the new pictures they posted today would have been way better with the lighting.
Oh yeah, I think that's also from when he was a light heavyweight champion too.
I think so too, but I think that's what they had on their site list. It was just funny.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, Jon Jones, Stipe Miocic. Yeah, Jon Jones is going to win this fight. There's not much to say here. I think he's the GOAT. I do think people are undervaluing Stipe because I think he looks really good during the weigh-ins. He looks better than most heavyweights when they weigh in. But he's old, man. He's fucking old.
Yeah, he is.
He hasn't fought in a lot of years. He's coming off of a loss. And don't get me wrong, you get knocked out by Francis Ngannou the way he did, which was a bad knockout, I think. Even though I've been seeing some things online saying, oh, it wasn't as bad of a knockout as people say it was. I think it was. But he's had 3 years now to recover. So I don't think he's like chinny because of it. I just think he's old, man. And I think Jon Jones is fucking good. I think he's not better than he's ever been, but he's still good old Jon Jones. And I think he's going to get the knockout. And then from the sounds of it, he wants to fight Alex Pereira. And I think he's probably got every right to do so. But that's a topic for another time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we all know the fight that should be happening right now should be a unification bout between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall. But the truth is, this was the fight that UFC has been wanting to make for the past year and a half. So we as fans kind of just have to accept it. It made sense at the time when Jon Jones won and then called out Stipe, only because that's where the heavyweight division was. It wasn't clear. There wasn't a clear path for
Tom was a nobody back then. Not a nobody, but
Aspinall was out. Aspinall was injured. His knee blew out, so he hadn't even fought. And then Aspinall's had 3 fights since that night, whereas Jon Jones hasn't fought since that night. So we've seen the rise of Tom Aspinall in that time. And yes, that should be the fight that we're seeing on Saturday night. It should be a unification bout. But this is a legacy fight. Purely, that's all it is. It's a legacy fight. The heavyweight GOAT versus the light heavyweight versus the all-time GOAT, basically. And I love Stipe. I hope that he has moments in this fight. I hope that he clips Jon at some point and it makes it interesting. But I see submission for Jon being like a real possibility here, just because I don't think Jon's going to want to be on his feet too much against Stipe. I just think that that's the one way Stipe can win. So I don't think Jon's going to give him that. His fight IQ is too high. I could see a lot of takedowns in this fight, and submission at a plus 200 kind of feels like the right bet for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it'll be an interesting fight. I think it'll be a quick one, honestly. I don't think it'll go too long. Probably first or second round finish, I'd assume.
Yeah, I wonder if what the over under is.
I'm not sure, actually.
Under total rounds. It's a plus 114 to bet Jon over 2.5 rounds right now. So
okay, yeah, so under 2.5 rounds. That's the exact same way I have it. Is what I'm thinking.